Hi, do you ever wonder that you approve an excellent quality of sample and yet when the bulk production arrives, it is not just the same. The fit doesn't match, the quality of fabric doesn't match, the colors are off, and you wonder where did things go off? My name is Rakesh Kakkar, and with over 40 years of hands-on experience, today I am going to talk about why do you have to face this situation and what's the solution. So here is what happens. When you send a sample program to the factory, they hand it over to the merchandiser, who hands over your program to the pattern maker, and the pattern maker, after making pattern, along with the pattern hands it over to the seamstress with fabric for making sample. Now seamstress cuts the sample, and when he is sewing, he realizes that some adjustment needs so that sample can fit properly. And he does the sample correction himself and does not inform the pattern maker. You get the sample number 1. You see it and try it, and then you make some comments for correction on those samples, and maybe you make 2-3 comments, and when you send those 2-3 comments back to the factory, the merchandiser takes it to the seamstress, blaming him that you didn't do your job well, correct the sample this way. So now the seamstress is the one who's making the changes and correcting your sample. And again, the pattern maker is not informed. So this is how you go through 4 to 5 rounds of samples, and finally you give up, and with some minor comments you ask them to go ahead with the bulk production. Now when you give the go ahead for the bulk production, the pattern maker takes the sample, does some minor adjustments in the pattern which does not match completely with all the corrections that you asked for, and gives that pattern to the production people for cutting the bulk. Now you know that why the fit which you approved does not match the bulk production that you receive. There's the gap. So what's the solution? So one of the solution is that use one document for providing all your comments. Do not use phone calls or WhatsApp or emails for providing your comments. Put it in that one document, and that one document can be tick back using different tabs for sample number 1, sample number 2, or whatever, so that whoever gets that document can go through the document and recover any point they missed out on. So that's number 1. And number 2, you should always check with the merchandiser that the comments you are making, is that going to be corrected by the seamstress only, or is the pattern going to be corrected? If you take care of these 2 points, you will save a lot of money and time. Now let's come to the fabric part. When your sampling program comes to the factory, the merchandiser picks up the best fabric from their store because they want to book the order. And when everything is confirmed and fabric order is placed, because there is no specification of the fabric provided, sometimes fabric mills make the fabric lighter or little different, or maybe the factory makes it. We don't know, but that happens. And as a result, the fabric which you receive does not match with the fabric which you approved in the sample. So what's the solution? The solution is you ask for 1 yard of fabric along with the first sample. Get it tested in a lab. Ask the lab to test it for quality, which is reed pick, construction, the content, the fiber content, test it for GSM, test it for color fastness and dimensional stability. And when you are satisfied with those results, you must give that to the factory to make sure that they follow those specifications in the bulk, and ask them to send you one sample from the bulk which you can get it tested again at your end. Now the testing is going to cost you a little, but it will save you lots of money and time. Now these are the 2 points. If you cover them, you won't have heartburns and losses. So if you want to learn more about these aspects of running your business, write to me in the comment box. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe to it to keep learning, as I am going to be loading every week one video. See you soon.